Tonight there's a fight in London, and one of the fighters comes from a surprising background. Meet Sheikh's Miah, the 30-year-old from West London whose day job entails running his family-owned restaurant, as well as running an online events company. Tonight, Sheikh's has swapped his chef's hat and apron for a pair of boxing gloves. This is white-collar boxing, and not just a recent craze. It's growing in popularity across the UK and first became popular in New York in the 1990s. It's a big spectator sport, and despite being non-professional, takes over the lives of participants, including Sheikh's, who is headlining the event.
The restaurant has been in the family for about 45 years now. My father's run it since 1972. I've been here helping out on and off ever since I was a little kid, on summer holidays, on the weekends. Recently I've been helping him out a lot more as my father's getting a little bit older and the restaurant's getting a little bit busier. I run an online website called guestlistspot.com. It's a website that helps people find the best bars and nightclubs in London. We manage most of their bookings. It's a company I set up in 2012 with one of my closest friends. So that takes up most of my 9 to 5 time. I'm running the business with him during the day, and then in the evenings I'm here at the restaurant. Well, at the moment I've had to sacrifice a little bit of sleep. You can manage the time by just waking up a little bit earlier. So by sacrificing a few hours, I can get up a little bit earlier, go to the gym. There are times where training isn't possible and I'll have to call it off. You know, I'll have to skip a session or two because work does have precedent over the fight. But luckily I've got a good team, I've got a lot of support. So if there are times where the workload is a lot, I can share or pass it on to colleagues who are happy to help me out. There are days where, you know, working your 9 to 5 and then working in the evenings, but also training, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot out of you. You're spending a lot of time, you know, away from the people you sort of treasure or you love and you care about the most. You know, when you go home and you see your family and you see your friends and they motivate you, they'll send you messages and say, hey, how's training going, keep it up. Those little things on the day where you've given it all and you're laying there exhausted, it just spurs you on and gives you that motivation to think, yes, okay, tomorrow's another day, I'm going to get back up, I'm going to do this.
When my brother first told me, I was very surprised, you know, because it was just out of the blue. And I was really happy. I was happy for him to take on something like this.
I've always done weird, wacky stuff. I've done mini marathons, half marathons, full marathons. I've done adventure racing. I've completed events like Tough Mudder. My family are used to me doing bonkers or crazy events. But I think this one actually kind of is a little bit more worrying for them because it is a physical contact sport.
It doesn't matter he's win or not, because I hope he's not hurt anywhere, not injury.
There is the scary element to watching your brother fight first time, and then with an experienced boxer, I hope inshallah everything's okay in the end of it and nothing serious happens. But if this is what he enjoys, then inshallah he should, you know, go for it.
I've been wanting to spend a lot of time with my brother. You know, he's 16 years younger than me, and there's a massive age gap between myself and him. And over the years, I've been wanting to get a little bit closer, wanting to find a common ground, a common interest. And it seems like he's got an interest in boxing.
I really like boxing. I watch it, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, two of my favourite stars. And plus, when I start working out with my brother, he really motivated me by just watching him and how much he can do. It really motivated me and wanted me to do it for myself. So me and my brother really gained a good connection. We started drinking green tea. We wake up early to go to the gym. We go to the boxing club about 10 minutes away, and it all just flew. It's like I see him as a really good mate, as best friend, brother. It's just everything's going really well.
I just think, regardless how this fight goes, Win or lose, I honestly feel like I've already won because I've brought myself closer to my brother. I've been trying to do this for years.
Shakes is training at Stonebridge Boxing Club in northwest London, which has seen a number of top boxers come through its ranks, and Shakes is determined to add his name to that list.
I would say this differs to other events because we do put them in a 10-week training camp. So it is like a legitimate fighter getting in there. You've been through 10 weeks of training, you're conditioning your body, you're sparring, which a lot of the people haven't done before. So it is kind of an eye-opener for a lot of people.
As soon as he come in, his face light up. He wants to do it. It's one thing about some people, like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I do. If I say to you that I'm gonna punch you, trust me, I'll punch you. You know what I mean? I'm a man, I don't retract my word. If you're not gonna do it, don't say it. But he come in, he said to me that I wanna do this, and I said, you sure? This is gonna be hard. He said, no, I don't care. I wanna do it.
I don't wanna see no hands there, all right? I don't wanna see none of this. I want your hands here.
I think the hardest thing with the boxing is to take in all the information that I've been given from Tox. He's been giving me some really good advice, some skills, techniques. There's quite a lot of information to take in such a short period of time, and then actually put that into practice has been a learning experience. When you're sparring alone or shadow boxing or punching a bag, it seems okay because you've got time to think. But when you get thrown into the ring, you've got to put all that knowledge, all that experience, all that boxing skill you've been taught whilst trying to avoid punches. So the hardest bit has been just try taking all the information and try to absorb it and then transfer it into the ring.
That's it.
Now I can say that Shakes excelled at the assessment. We were there, we were doing 50 burpees, 50 press-ups, 50 sit-ups as well. He was the only person who went through all the assessment without taking any breaks. He's in great shape already, Shakes, so he's got the platform ready to be a boxer, really.
Good, that's it. Do the jab, boom, boom, run the jab. Don't worry, it's all right, he's a boxer. Very good. No matter what happened on the day, I just want him to be safe. I want him to perform well. I want him to hold his own. Win or lose is a bonus. Obviously, I want him to win, but I just want him to go there. Everything that I taught him here, do the same in the ring, and he will be fine, safe and sound. That's all I want. Yeah? Look. 1, 2, 3.
I know my opponent, Lawrence, is a very good fighter. He's had a couple of fights before. He's a keen boxing enthusiast. I'm looking forward to this fight. I think both of us have got a very good chance of winning. I'm sure he's putting in as much hard work as I am, but you know, it'll be a good fight.
Shakes is going to be lining up against Lawrence Miah, who's also competed in season 1 of the big fight.
I'm from Brixton. I'm an economist at a small business organisation. I've just got into boxing because I love the sport. I've been training for a couple of years and I saw the opportunity to do season 1 and started training from there. Caught the bug, so to speak, and now I'm back for more.
So he's a great fighter, he likes to fight on the back foot, he's a very skilled athlete, so putting him against Shakes, who's in great condition and has been training very hard, is going to make for an excellent contest.
I've been training for a couple of years and I felt like I had a certain aptitude, so I wanted to test myself in a competitive environment. I do just love the sport. I love the competition factor of it. I like the strategy. There's so much to boxing, more than just hitting someone in the head. So I just love the sport and I wanted to see how good I was. I know nothing about Shakes. I know he's got a cool name. That's about it. His Facebook page has got no pictures on it. It's impossible to stalk this guy. I've tried and I've failed, so I know nothing.
I'm not expecting Lawrence to be a walkover. I think he's going to be quite a tough opponent, but I'm not one to quit. I'm going to give it my best, and I'm looking to win this.
I think I'll be more relaxed having gone through the process already. It's a different opponent, so no, I don't feel any more. In fact, it might be less pressure because I've already proven that I can win in the ring. I'd see myself as a favourite. I think I've got the skills to beat most people. I'd be surprised if Shakes' skill level is at the level of mine. But, you know, I've heard he's a fit, up for it kind of guy, so I'm expecting a tough fight. Definitely not going to be an easy night for me, but yeah, I think I've got the skills to carry through.
The wait is over and it's finally fight night. It's being held at the Clapham Grand nightclub and the event is sold out. Fortunately for Shakes, a huge number of tickets have been sold to his friends and family.
When he first told me he's going to do this, I was thinking, you're serious? And then I could see he was quite serious about this. And then from that moment, I thought, you know what, I have to be there. I have to see this. Win, lose or draw. But I hope he will win.
I know he's always been sporty. He's been into boxing, sort of Muay Thai from a very young age. And he's very competitive and he can really get his mindset. So at this age, sorry to say, I thought crazy. But then I know him when he's determined, he goes for it.
I think that's really done. Yeah, sweet. Ooh.
Started training and, you know, he's been doing this like pretty much every day now for about 6 months. And over those 6 months, I've kind of come around to the idea and I think he's got a pretty decent shot at doing it now.
Fair enough. Hurricane Miah, 35, restaurateur, debut tonight from Wembley, fighting with Snowbridge Boxing Club.
Excellent, thank you very much.
And we've got a fantastic night of fights and boxing for you. We are about to get the fighters out.
I like boxing, but when it's somebody you know and you respect a lot, it's a bit hard. And I've tried not to talk about it like too much. Tried not to think about it because, again, I've known him so long now, and I hope he does so well. But I'm a little bit scared for him, but, you know, it's only because I've known him and I care for him a lot, so yeah. But I'm sure he'll do good, he'll do good.
It's something different, you know, it's something new, it's a challenge, he's taking it on. A bit like his personality, he's all or nothing, so if he does it, he's going to go all in.
I hope he gets this out of his system. If that's what it is, but if he does well and he wants to carry this on, good luck to him. And yeah, no, I just hope he wins tonight. Yeah.
I mean, you go from a bar owner to a restaurateur, and this is strange, but it's exciting. It's exciting.
Coming up in just a second, it's Danny 2 times against the Hurricane. Right here.
1 hour till showtime. With the matches out of the way, Shakes needs to make his way down from the viewing gallery into the changing room before his grand entrance.
Drop it.
Minutes seem like hours, but the countdown to the start is nearly over.
Back off. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the final bout of the evening. Are you all ready for one more? Please welcome fighting out of the red corner, a restaurateur, an entrepreneur from Wembley, fighting with the Stonebridge Gym. He is making his debut tonight. Give it up for 35-year-old Shakes Hurricane
He's from Brixton, SW9, fighting at the top of the boxing gym here in Clapham. He is 25-year-old Lawrence, Danny 2x9.
Boxing is a sport with a lot of risk involved, but the event is well managed and follows the sport's strict health and safety rules. A quick check by the medics and Shakes is good to go.
Black and white shorts. Across the ring from him in the blue corner, Lawrence, Danny 2x9, 25-year-old economist, wearing all black.
Shakes' opponent Lawrence has a lot of fans in the crowd, but Shakes' friends and family are by far the loudest. Months of training boils down to this one defining moment, and the referee gets the boxers into the middle of the ring. The start of the fight goes well for Shakes, whose trainer kicks in, but his opponent is looking technically superior. Shakes hangs in there though, and manages to get some good punches in, but Lawrence is quickly showing a formidable attack. Then disaster strikes. Shakes is floored.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a round of applause for both Lawrence Nye and Shakes Miah.
Shakes' face says it all. The disappointment is hard to hide as he heads back to the changing room. He's given his best efforts and can walk away with his head held high. been 9 months now since the fight, and Shakes is back in West London, and despite losing his last bout, he's determined to step back into the ring.
There are no regrets. It has been a long time since I fought. It was season 2, season 3 has passed since, and I'm fighting again in season 4. So I've kept up with the training, kept up with the fitness regime. I'm looking forward to fighting in season 4, but with season 2, I trained, I gave it my best, I tried really hard, I trained professionally, but nothing can prepare you for what actually goes on and happens on the ring. So on that day, Lawrence was a better fighter. He spotted a couple of mistakes I was making, took advantage, and it's what caused me to lose the fight. But it's just a fight, and there's a few more lined up, which I'm sure, if I train hard, learn from some of the mistakes I made in the ring that night, put it into practice for the next fight, I'm sure I'll do a lot better. My brother and myself, we still talk, we still train. If anything, after the fight, we trained harder. He actually sat down with me and he thanked me for the time that we spent together training. Even though the decision of the fight didn't go the way it did, to me it doesn't really matter because it wasn't really always about the fight. It was something I just wanted to do to connect with my brother. It's something he enjoys and he loves doing, so it was something that brought me and him closer together. So we're still training together. He's now working as well. He's finished his college, he's got a full-time job. He's doing really well. We train together, we train at the gym mainly. I speak to him a lot more and our relationship has become a lot stronger since.